Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn how we can create an HTTP server using ExpressJS. You might be wondering, Arvind, what is this ExpressJS? So basically ExpressJS is a web framework for Node.js. What does that mean? It means it is used to create HTTP servers in Node.js. Okay, so without further ado, let's start by writing a hello world program in ExpressJS. So basically this is the code for writing a hello world program in ExpressJS. So let's come to our VS Code, and here let's create an empty Node.js project. So we have to write npm init, and what is the package name? Twitter. Good. Press enter. The version 1.0.0. Cool. Description, so let's write this is the backend of Twitter in Node.js. Entry point, let's make it index.js. Test command, let's keep it empty. Git repository, let's also keep this empty. Keywords, let's keep this empty. Author, let's write a name, that is Arvind. And license, well, let's keep it ISC. And this is our package.json file. So let's write yes, and it will create a package.json file. So this is our package.json file. Okay, so now let's create a new folder over here. Let's call it src, and in this src folder let's create a new file. Let's call it index.js. Okay, and now the first thing that we have to do is to install this express package. So let's install it. So how do we install it? We write npm install express. Okay, npm install express. So this will install this express package in our application, and I think it is installed. So if we see this dependency, it is showing express version 4.19.2. okay, so now let's come to our index.js file, and if you see over here, the first thing that we have to do is to import this express. Okay, so let's import it. So const express equal require, and here I am using common.js module pattern express. Okay, express. So the first thing that we have to do is to import this express from this express library. The second thing that we have to do is to create an instance of this express application. So let's create an instance of this express application. So const app equal express. So we have created an instance of this express application. Now let's define the port. So const port is equal 3000. So we are going to bind this express application on port 3000, and now let's bind this application to this port. Okay, so now let's bind this application to this port 3000. So app dot listen, it takes two arguments. The first argument is the port, so let's define our port, and the second argument, it takes a callback function. So the and inside this callback function, let's write console.log. Let's write server started at port 3000. Okay, so we have binded our application to port 3000. Let's run this application, or let's make some scripts to run this application. So let's write our start script and our dev script. So start, this is node src slash index.js, and let's also make another script for development. So dev, this is node --watch src slash index.js. okay, so now let's run our script. So npm run dev, it says server started at port 3000. So let's open our browser, and here let's go to localhost 3000, and you can see it is showing cannot get. So that means our HTTP server is working fine. The question is why we are getting this cannot get slash. Basically we are getting this cannot get slash is because we haven't defined the routes. So let's learn how we can define routes. So if you see here, basic routing, okay, so if you see here, this app is the instance of Express. This method is an HTTP request method, and we have to use lowercase. For example, if we have this method get method, we have to write get in lowercase. If we have this post method, we have to write post in lowercase. You can see it over here, this put method in lowercase. Okay, so all the methods should be in lowercase. Then we have to write this handler. This handler is a function, a callback function that executes when the route is matched. So let's write a basic route for slash route. Okay, so we have to do app dot get, because if you see over here, this is a get request. So app dot get, what is the path? The path is slash and then a callback function. So a callback function which takes two arguments, request and response, and let's send res dot send hello world. Okay, and let's save this file, and let's come to our browser and let's refresh it. Right now it is showing cannot get slash, and if I refresh it, it is showing hello world. So what is happening? Here? So basically whenever we are hitting this slash route, we are sending this hello world. Let's change it. Let's say hello Arvind, and if I come to our browser and if I refresh it, it is showing me hello Arvind. So whenever someone hits this route slash, it sends this request. So whenever someone hits this route slash, we are sending this message hello Arvind. Okay, so this is a get request. Let's write another get request. So let me copy it and let me paste it over here. Instead of slash, let's make another route user. So hello user, how are you? So whenever someone hits this user route, we send this message hello user, how are you? So let's come to our browser and let's go to this route that is user, and it is sending us hello user, how are you? Okay, so whenever someone goes to this route slash, we are sending hello Arvind. Whenever someone go to this or hits this route user, we are sending hello user, how are you? So this is how we can send get request. What about post request, put request and delete request? For post, put and delete, it is exactly same. So let me copy this code and let me paste it over here. This is for post. Let me copy this for put and let me copy this for delete. So now we have this get request, we have this post request, put request, delete request. But the problem is you cannot test this post request, put request, delete request using the browser. So to test these endpoints, this post, delete, put, we need another application, that is Postman. So let's open this Postman. Here we have this Postman, and if we see over here, we have this delete request slash user delete request. So let's send a delete request via a Postman. So here we have to write user, and instead of post request we have to send a delete request. So let's send it, and it is showing got a delete request. Now let's send a put request to this user. So put request to this user route, and we got a put request. So whenever a user sends a put request to this user route, we are sending got a put request at this user route. Okay, so we send this message whenever a user sends whenever a user hits this slash user out, we are sending this message. Okay, whenever user hits this slash user with delete method, delete http request, we are sending this message. So this is how we can do basic routing in ExpressJS. And if you see over here, doing routing in ExpressJS is quite simple. All you have to do is write the method name, then the path that you want to hit, and a callback function or a handler function to handle the request. So here we have the syntax to define a route, that is app, then the method name. Then inside this method, this takes two arguments. The first one is path and the second one is handler. Okay, so this is how we do basic routing in ExpressJS. And in the next video, we are going to connect this HTTP server with a database, with a Postgres database, and start building our application. So this is it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.